Okay, lads, today we're going to look at probability. Okay, lads, today we are going to do probability, and I'm going to use the questions at the back of the book. So we're looking at page 229, and I'm going to look at question 2. Pause the video if you need to read it. Okay. So I'm just going to zone in on certain ones that might catch you out. The first one, not a car. Not a car. There's 100 vehicles, so it's going to be 30 car. 70 is the car, so not a car. 30 over 100. Or 3 over 10. Not a car. 30 over 100. Or a truck. Plus, well, you know what we could do here actually? Right, first of all, is take away. Say, let's say instead of, like, there's two ways of doing it. Not a car for. Okay, sorry. So not a car or a truck. Well, first of all, there is, let's say, if we're going to say not a car, that would be including 30, wouldn't it? 30 over 100. Or a truck. But hold on a second, lads, there's 15 trucks. And they were kind of included, weren't they? They were included in the not a car part. So really what I'm saying is it should be 15 over 100 as my final answer. Because 30 take away 15. You can't count the trucks twice. So not a car would be everything else. So that would be 30 vehicles. Or a truck. Well, hold on a second. 15 of them trucks were already counted. So it's 15 over 100. So what you're basically counting is the motorcycles and the buses. Okay, let's just try again. Anything a little bit more difficult one. In question 3, I'll just take this away. A bag contains 50 marbles, and there's the selection, the colours. And let's see if I go not black. Not black means red and green, doesn't it? So it's going to be 32 over 50. Okay, so that's that one done. Let's look at question 4. Have a read, pause the video. Okay, so if you look at outcome A, you can see that 19 times 1 came up, as opposed to in B, 15 times 1 came up. Now, if only one of them is a fair spinner means, lads, that each outcome is equally likely. So we might actually just even write that down there. So each equally likely that each outcome can happen. That's something that's been fair. Now, if you look at the Ken one there, he spun it 80 times. Well, there's 4 things that could come up. Okay, so 80 divided by 4, then it's going to be 20. So really, we're looking for the spinner that maybe nearly shows for each 1, 2, 3, 4 that comes up around 20. And you can see the outcome A is closer to that, because like that's only 1 off 1, this is 2 off it, this is only 1 off it, and this is 2 off it. So therefore we're going to say A is the equally likely one, so it's the fair spinner. Okay, let's have a look at question 5. Again, pause it if you want to have a look, and then press play. Okay, list all the possible outcomes that ask us in for that one. So for part I, what we're going to say is we have 3, 6, 8, let's say, going down the side, and they're going to be combined with 2, 4, and 7. So I can have 3 with a 2, 3 with a 4, 3 with a 7, and so on and so forth. There's all my outcomes. So my outcomes, I'm just going to circle here. Oops, sorry. Let's just go back this way. There we go. And there's all of them. Okay, so that's I done. What is the probability of getting 2 even numbers? Gosh, that's easy. You're only reading that now from the table. Even numbers. So I'm looking at 6, 2, 6, 4, 8, 4, 8, 2. So that's going to be 4 out of 9. That's double I. And then triple I, what's the probability of getting 2 consecutive numbers? Consecutive numbers, lads, means like 1, 2, 3. Consecutive letters, A, B, C. So it's what follows. As you can see, lads, here that we have 3, 4. Whoops, all have been taken away. Okay, so you have 3, 4. There's 1. Because like 3, 4, that's grand. We've got 6, 7. We got 8, 7. Because like that can be changed around to like 7, 8, if you get me. You've got 3, 2. Again, we've got 4 outcomes out of a total of 9. That gives us 2 consecutive numbers. So that's that part. Okay, lads, we'll have a look at question 6. In the table, you have a number of matches. And you have, below it is number of boxes. So, for example, there are 5 boxes that when they counted, there was 49 matches in it. The question is, if another box is going to be counted, now there was like, they counted 20 boxes. So this, you're told at the top of the question, and you can't see in mine, but there's 20 boxes that were counted, and you add all the bottom row up, you'll find that's 20. They're saying if they got another box, right, and they counted the total number of matches, what are the chances? What's the probability that it would contain 50 matches or more? If you want to pause the video and try it first yourself. Okay, so 50 matches or more, well then there's 8 boxes that have 50, 3 that have 51, 2 that have 52, and 1 that have 53. So if I add all them up, 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 2 is 13. That's 14 over 20, or you can say 7 over 10. Always try and simplify it if you can, okay? That's that part. Now we look at question 7, have a read. Okay, so we are told that the probability of drawing a golden bead is 2 over 3. Well, then that means the probability of drawing a green bead is 1 over 3, isn't it? 1 over 3 for the green bead. Okay. So 1 over 3 equals 5. 2 over 3 would equal 10. So there are the value of x is you've got 10 golden beads. Right, here's our Venn diagram for the next one, lads. Pause the video and have a read. Or that would go for it. Find the probability that the student takes English. If a student takes English, they're talking about the entire circle for English. So you're going to have 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay, so I'll just take these away again, lads. If you're looking at the probability that a student studies English, so when the student is studying English, you're counting everything in the English circle, aren't you? That's 19 over 30. Both maths and history. So both maths and history. Here's maths and history. That's 9 over 30. Now you might be tempted to say 6 over 30, miss. But think about it. Them 3 in the middle, some of them do study maths and history, but just some of them also study English. It'd be different, lads, if it said both maths and history, but not English. Then you'd be specifying like 6 over 9. Simplify that down. Maths or English. So maths or English then is next. Have a look. What do you think it would be? Oh, sorry. Don't know if you can actually see it. Pardon me. Maths or English. We should be getting about 27 over 30. So you count those in the math circle, you count those in the English circle, and you add them together. And when you do that, you'll get 27 over 30. Or what I can do is, just like you could say 30 is the total students, take away just the 3 there for history only. That'll give you everybody else for maths or English. Maths only, 2 over 30. Or 1 over 15, because the maths only would be just the 2 only on its own. All 3 subjects, 3 over 30, which is 1 over 10. because that's at the centre where they all overlap. English or history? So English or history, pause the video and have a go. So they can study English or they can be studying history. So you count the circles for English. So for example, 4 plus 7. So let's say if I just take this, just to show you exactly where it comes from. I'll say 4 plus 7 is 11, 12, 13, 14. And 5 is 19, okay? I'm saying 19. Plus history. Well, what I've left in is 6 plus 3, isn't it? Which is 9. And that gives me 28 over 30. Which is 14 over 15 broken down. 14 over 15. Now you might say, but Miss, do you not like say this? Like this is a common thing a student would say. They'd say, well, right, well, inside in the history circle, sure, that's 6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. And sure, if I counted the English circle, that's 4 plus 7 plus 3 plus 5. You're counting the 3 plus 5 twice. Lads, you can't do that. Because now you're putting in extra students that are not there. You can only count each number once. Alternatively, for the English or history one, you could also just say, well, I'll take away the 2. See the 2 on its outside? Take that away from 30. Everybody else are doing English or history. Okay. All right, so then we'll go try the next one. Question 9. Explain what is meant by a probability of 0. That means it's not going to happen. 0.5. Equally likely, 75% more likely, 1, oh geez, definitely it's going to happen. Question 10. A biased die is rolled. Now bias, what it means that we have fair outcomes. And a fair outcomes means that if I have 6 sides on a dice, I'm just recording something, Pet. If I have 6 sides on a dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that each side is equally likely to come up. But let's have a look at this one. A biased dice. A biased dice means, lads, that, it's a bit one-sided, not going to be an equally likely outcome. So to get this one, to work out the probability the dice will land on a tree. Now, the total probability, lads, is 1, right, for anything, a definite. Like whatever you're going to roll, you're going to get some number. So that's how we associate 1 with the absolute definite. So to get a remaining number for the probability that die will land on a tree, add 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.1. And when you take that away, you'll get your answer. And your answer would be 0.2. Because that'll be 0.2, 0.4, 0.7. Yeah, and your answer is 0.2. Work out the probability that the die will land on an even number. Well, an even number is 2, 4, 6, isn't it? Right, so it could be 0.1. It could be 0.2. It could be 0.1 again, isn't it? So my answer there is 0.4. Question 10, 0.4. That's it, yeah.